My name is Jordan, and the night shift at McDonald's is my job. Pays the bills, and I like how quiet it gets after midnight. I'm 22, living in a beat-up apartment with my roommate, saving up for something better while I clean grills and fill soda machines. My days are pretty routine. Wake up around noon, grab some cereal, play video games, or scroll on my phone until it's time to head to work. The store is on the edge of town, right off the highway, so we get a mix of locals and travelers. During the day, it's families and kids screaming in the play area, but at night, it's mostly truckers or people who look like they've had a rough day. I don't mind it. Gives me time to think, listen to podcasts, or text my friends without the boss breathing down my neck. That Tuesday night started out like any other. The fog was thick outside, the kind that makes the parking lot look like a scene from a movie where something bad is about to happen. No rain, just this heavy mist that clings to everything and makes the streetlights glow all fuzzy. The dinner rush had died down by 9 p.m., and by 11 it was just me. Carl, my manager, left early as usual, saying something about his kid's soccer game. Lock up tight, Jordan. Call if anything weird happens. He always says that, but nothing ever does. I turned off the drive-through lights, flipped the lobby sign to closed, and started my closing tasks. First, I wiped down the counters, the sticky spots from kids' hands and spilled sodas. Then I restocked the napkins and straws, making sure everything was neat for the morning crew. The radio was on low, playing some old rock songs that echoed a bit in the empty space. Around 1 a.m., I grabbed the mop and bucket from the back. The floor always gets gross by the end of the day. Crumbs, footprints, random spills. I sloshed the mop around, the soapy water smelling like fake lemon, and put out the yellow wet floor sign near the door. It was peaceful, in a way. No customers complaining about cold fries or wrong orders. Just me, the hum of the fridge in the kitchen, and the occasional car whooshing by on the highway outside. I was thinking about what to do when I got home. Maybe binge a show or heat up some leftovers. When the knocking started, it wasn't the door chime. We shut that off after closing to avoid mix-ups. This was a hard, insistent knock on the glass, like someone really wanted in. I stopped mopping and looked up. Through the foggy door, I could see a shadow. A guy standing there, hands cupped around his eyes to peer inside. My first thought was annoyance. Come on, the sign says closed. But then I remembered Carl's rule. If it's someone who looks like they need help, use your judgment. Small town like ours, people get stuck sometimes. Flat tires, dead phones. I set the mop against the wall and walked over, wiping my hands on my apron. "We're closed," I said loud enough for him to hear through the glass, pointing at the sign. He didn't move back. Instead, he knocked again, lighter this time, and pressed his face closer. "Please, man, just coffee. My car broke down out there." His voice was muffled, but it sounded genuine, a little shaky. I hesitated. The fog made it hard to see much beyond the lot. Empty spaces, my old bike locked to the rack since I don't have a car yet. No tow trucks or anything. Against my better judgment, I unlocked the bolt and opened the door a crack. Cold air hit me, carrying that damp, earthy smell from the fog. "All right, but quick. Coffee only, cash if you got it." He nodded and stepped inside, bringing the chill with him. He was in his 30s, I guessed average height but solid build, like he worked construction or something. Hoodie up over a baseball cap, jeans, sneakers that squeaked a bit on the wet floor. His eyes were tired, red around the edges, and he had a short beard that looked like he hadn't trimmed it in days. "Thanks, I appreciate it. Large black coffee. To go." He dug in his pocket and pulled out some change, quarters, dimes, a few nickels, counting it out slow on the counter. I poured the coffee from the pot we brewed earlier, steam rising up and warming my face for a second. It was still hot enough. "That'll be $2. He slid the coins over, exact change, no extra. As I handed him the cup, he took a sip right there, not heading for the door. "Hot. Good." He paused, looking around the empty lobby again. "You here by yourself?" The question hung there, and something in my stomach tightened. It was casual, but why ask? "Yeah, until the morning shift comes in." I stayed behind the counter, picking up a rag to wipe the already clean surface, just to have something to do with my hands. He nodded, sipping again. Must get boring. No one to talk to. No cameras in the back. Huh. He jerked his head toward the kitchen doors, still not moving toward the exit. My heart started beating a little faster now. Why care about cameras? We have them all over the place. I lied. Truth is, the one in the lobby works fine, but the kitchen cam has been out for weeks. Carl says it's too expensive to fix right now. I glanced at the clock. 1:15 a.m. Felt like time was slowing down. Anyway, we're closed, so... He set the cup down on the counter, the plastic lid popping off a bit from the force. Gave me that thin smile again, eyes not matching it. Relax, kid. Just making conversation. But he leaned in closer, elbows on the counter, his breath hitting me. Cigarettes mixed with mint gum, like he'd tried to cover it up. I saw you last week, walking home after your shift. You take that alley by the gas station sometimes, right? It's real dark there at night. How the hell did he know that? I do cut through the alley once in a while when I'm in a hurry. It's a shortcut to my apartment, but not often and definitely not something a stranger should know. Nah, you must have me mixed up with someone else. I stepped back, my hands sliding under the counter toward the phone we keep there for emergencies. My fingers brushed it, but I fumbled. The cord caught on something, and it clattered loud on the shelf. His eyes flicked to the noise, and in a second, he was over the counter. Not climbing awkward like you'd expect, just vaulted it smooth like he'd thought about it before. Landed right in front of me, grabbing my arm hard before I could react. Don't even think about it. He twisted my wrist up behind my back, pain shooting through my shoulder. I yelped, trying to pull away, but he was stronger, pushing me against the wall where the order screens are. Wallet, keys, hand them over. His voice was low now, right in my ear, no more casual tone. I could feel his grip bruising my arm. Shaking, I reached into my pocket with my free hand and pulled out my stuff. Wallet with maybe $20 from tips, my apartment keys, even my bike lock key. He snatched them, stuffing the wallet in his hoodie pocket without looking. But he didn't let go. Instead, he shoved me harder into the kitchen area, out of sight from the front windows. The door swung shut behind us, and now we were in the back, under the bright kitchen lights, the smell of old grease heavy in the air. Listen good, he said, pinning me against the fryer station. The metal edge was still warm from earlier, burning through my uniform shirt. If you tell the cops or anyone, I know where you live. 214 Elm Street, top floor apartment. Your roommate leaves every Tuesday for poker night with his buddies. I got pictures of your place, the fire escape, the back door that's easy to jimmy. I know you bike home alone most nights. The details froze me. How long had he been watching? My mind raced. Flashes of the past week. That weird feeling like someone was following me on my ride home. The shadow I thought I saw near my building. He must have been staking out the store, learning my routine. Please, I managed, voice cracking. Take the money from the register too. Just go. I won't say anything. He laughed, a short bark that echoed off the stainless steel. Oh, I will. Still holding me with one hand, he yanked open the cash drawer with the other. It's not locked after close, and scooped out the bills, hundreds probably, stuffing them in his pockets. All the while, his face was inches from mine, eyes locked on. But remember, I come back if you talk, or I send friends. We know your schedule when you're alone here, when you lock up. Easy to wait in that fog outside. Time felt endless. Maybe it was only 5 minutes, but it dragged like hours. He kept whispering more stuff. Details about my life, like the coffee shop I stop at on weekends, the gym bag I carry sometimes. It was like he'd mapped me out. Finally, he loosened his grip, stepping back but keeping his eyes on me. Stay put till I'm gone. Count to 100. Then he turned and walked out the front door, casual as if he'd just bought his coffee. The bell didn't ring, but I heard the door click shut, and the fog swallowed him up outside. I slid down to the floor, back against the fryer, breathing hard. My arm throbbed, wrist red and swelling. I waited, counted to 200 just to be safe. then crawled to the landline in the office. Called 911, voice shaking as I told them what happened. The cops showed up 15 minutes later, 2 officers with flashlights cutting through the fog. They took my statement, checked the store, said they'd review the lobby camera footage if it caught anything. "We'll increase patrols," one said. "Change your routine, kid. Get a ride home from now on." I locked up after they left, but didn't go home right away. Sat in the break room till dawn, lights on full, jumping at every noise. Quit the night shift the next day, told Carl I couldn't do it anymore. Now I work days at a warehouse downtown. Bright lights, lots of people around, no closing alone. Changed my locks, got a security cam for the apartment. My roommate thinks I'm paranoid, but he doesn't know how it feels. But on foggy nights like that one, I still check doors twice, peek out windows before bed. Sometimes I swear I hear knocking soft, insistent, in my dreams. Or maybe it's real. Either way, it keeps me awake, waiting for the next time someone needs just coffee.